Let's talk about how binary can actually be an abstraction. So in particular, in this section, let's talk about what's a bit, how the computer uses bits, and how those all form together to make an abstraction. So this module is about learning abstractions, and you might not think that binary is an abstraction because it sounds like an awfully low-level concept. But binary really sort of is an abstraction because it's an abstraction on top of the voltages that are actually running in the wires in your computer. But I'm not going to make you learn about that. We're going to talk about binary and how binary is used to represent all of the other higher order forms of data. So first of all, what's binary? Binary is when you're representing something using ones and zeros. Each one of those ones and zeros individually are just called bits. And you read about bits in Blown to Bits in the first chapter. But here we're going to talk about them in a little bit more detail. So binary is used to represent everything on your computer. Those bits, that's how things are actually stored on your hard drive and in your memory and anything else. So why is everything binary in your computer? Well, if you're representing something as either a 1 or a 0, you can think of that as either just an off or an on. And that's a really simple state to represent in your hard drive and in your memory. If you think of trying to represent something like 3 numbers, a 1, a 2, or a 3, you can't represent that as an off and on. An off and on and a maybe, that's a lot harder to do. There are a lot of videos and web pages out there about how to count in binary, and I've collected together some of the best ones, and I want you to watch them and then take the quiz to test your understanding. And then we'll come back together and talk about abstractions and other ways in this module. So after you've come back from those videos and you've had a better idea of what binary means, you'll understand that binary is used for everything, and it is a form of abstraction. And in fact, your photos are stored using binary, your email is stored using binary, your spreadsheets, anything that you do on your computer, it's all at the lowest level of detail. The least abstract version is binary. And at the highest level, the computer is processing it to show you something that looks much more concrete, but it is actually much more abstract.